Well. Good afternoon, West Ham fans. Hope your Tuesday. I wish it was Thursday. Hope your Tuesday's going well. We did a little morning musing this morning, talking about what's the Premier League? Is it all cracked up to be? I'm bored of it. Am I being an old bastard? Let me know. Go and watch it and give me a comment. But it is Hammer's Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. 3 stories and 3 stories which aren't going to involve transfer rumours. This is a transfer rumour free zone today, which is great to see for some people. Others quite enjoy the rumours, but it is a free rumour zone today. Talking about contracts, people getting new contracts, people getting not the contracts they wanted, and people retiring as well. So let's crack on like Donkey Kong and get into it. As we've got plenty to get through. And also don't forget to check out these at motherbrand.com for latest news, reviews, and opinions. So let's talk about Vladimir Coufal. He's the main man in terms of what we're talking about today. And as is the way when you have international breaks, obviously you've still got a couple more days before everyone can start coming back from their international duties. But we know what happens. They get interviewed by the national press, so to speak, and players tend to be a little bit more loosey-goosey with what's been mentioned, not so much media trained, not so much signed off by West Ham, that type of thing. So there's a little bit more leeway, it seems, when they're interviewed for their national press on the international duty. Now, this is the case with Vladimir Coufal, who did an interview with MF Dnes, which is a Czech Republic newspaper. Now, we know that Vladimir's contract expires at the end of the season, and he was a regular for West Ham last season, 47 appearances in all competitions for the club. And the interview that Vladimir gives light to what happened last summer, particularly. The last summer it's actually due to have his contract was due to expire, and West Ham took an option for a 1-year extension, which was in the contract. However, he was somewhat his nose put out of joint by this, in that he was promised a longer term deal, particularly with Thomas Souček getting a new 4 or 5 year deal, I think it was the time, and Jared Bowen getting a 7-year deal at the time. But according to the interview, he claims that West Ham had promised to offer him a new contract after his impressive performances last year, so 47 in all competitions. Instead, the West Ham side used the option to exercise it for another year, and obviously that expires in June. In addition, not only did we not offer him what we wanted, but then we brought in Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. So not only was he going to be on a 1-year extension of a contract, but also lose his starting berth position basically to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's one of the informed players in the Premier League, I'd say, this season. He was quoted saying, "I still regret that. Last season I played the most minutes of all and also made 7 assists. In the entire Premier League, only Kieran Trippier had more, and he takes 3 kicks and set pieces. I say openly that I deserved to negotiate much better terms. The option was also supposed to be a new contract. That was the agreement." And West Ham have got form in that area. Obviously the whole David Moyes thing as well. He had a contract laid out to him, which was then pulled away at the last minute. And same too, it seems, with Coufal. Although, albeit, I think there's a little pinch of salt you could take with that, in the fact that we had a changing of the guard in terms of our head coach / manager position. So, then obviously a desire to bring in Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. So, it was written in the contract there was an option, but obviously he was assuming there was going to be a longer deal, and obviously the chances are he'll probably be leaving in the summer anyway. So maybe it was the final prod in the side at West Ham potentially. I don't know. He was actually, what was quite interesting, within the actual interview itself, he was asked whether he would consider going to Saudi Arabia after his contract with West Ham finished, and he admitted that him and Thomas Souček have been discussing, playing in Saudi Arabia. He said, "I would have provided for 4 more generations of Coufals, maybe even more, but we don't talk about money. But in the back of my mind, it's nagging at me. Would you want that? Would you want to lower your ambitions?" that I would still want to be on par with the best, most skilled and fastest footballers in the world. I would like to continue to push them every day, to work with absolute passion and leave exhausted every time. Why? I don't want to have any problems. There we go. Although I think when you talk about the fastest, I think that's the issue. That was the issue, Vlad, was when you came up against faster players. That's when it was clear that maybe the 1 year extension was probably enough, to be fair. One person who is going to get a new contract and has actually signed a new contract is Freddie Potts. It was reported by a WHU employee that West Ham have tied him down to a long-term deal at the London Stadium. That was yesterday. Obviously, Potts is currently on loan at Portsmouth. He's impressing. The fans are saying he's one of the best players to have come out to be playing for Portsmouth for many years. And obviously, he had a really good spell at Wycombe the season before. I think it was Players Player of the Season and Fans Player of the Season as well. Made 30 appearances across all competitions. However, there were maybe some doubts, maybe from a contractual perspective, as he was due to enter the final year of his contract next season. However, those fears have been laid to rest, and a longer-term deal has been signed by Freddie. X reported that Nobes played a key role in sorting out a new deal for Potts in what is viewed as a very positive step for the academy. Although technically, Freddie's not part of the academy now. He's now 22, so he's out of the academy system now. He's a positive step for West Ham first team in terms of having a academy boy in the side. Know Freddie very well. He's a cracking lad as well, and I'm really happy for him. And I think next year he comes in and, for me, takes over from Edson Alvarez. We could easily move Alvarez on if need be for that exact reason. So yeah, really made up for him. Really made up for the lad as well, and obviously the Potts family as well. It's always good to have. Obviously, Steve is still involved in the 21s, assistant coach to Mike Robson at the moment. So great to see, and we say a happy retirement. It was announced yesterday, JT. James Tomkins announced his retirement from professional football. Over 200 appearances for West Ham, as well as playing, at Crystal Palace as well. And he went on loan. Ham of the Year runner-up in 2012. Part of obviously the last squad to play at the Boleyn, and more importantly, the latest person to be giving his My Hammers 11. That'll be up over the weekend. So not only will we'll talk about his retirement as well, but also we'll go through his My Hammers 11. As I said, he was at the club from the age of 7. So lots of people have come and gone, so to speak, during his time there. But that's all gravy, baby. But that'll be over the weekend. We'll be releasing that. And next week, we've got a good one next week as well. And actually, don't forget this Thursday, we've got the Ludwig McCloskey Appreciation Night as well. So book yourself in for this Thursday and book yourself in for next Thursday, because we're going to hopefully do a live My Hammers 11 with another new person on the channel. So yeah. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time, as per usual. If you're new, Andy, don't forget to like, comment, share all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out lasermapperbrand.com for the latest news, reviews, and opiniones. And we'll see you very, very soon. Much love. Bye. Bye.